with Dear Tellman, and we have a question today from Corey Lewis.
Hey, what's up? Corey Lewis here from Easy Tech Videos, and I got a question that I want Tellman to answer on deartellman.com. Tellman, what I want to know is, how do you keep your list so responsive all the time? How do you do that?
Alright, Corey. So here's the deal. Here's the answer to your question. How do I keep my list so responsive? You may notice that I'm wearing a top hat and kind of a fancy shirt from Bali. And no foreign people, this isn't a dress. Scottish people, it's a kilt. I'm also at the Affiliate Summit. And I've been walking around for 3 days with a top hat, a crazy shirt, I brought a few of them, a kilt, and the Vibram 5 fingers, okay, with a really awesome mustache. I'll tell you what, I get a lot of interesting reactions. Kyle Battis, Overcome Everything's marketing manager, is here with me, and we were talking about this morning. He is actually walking around with me through all the booths and everything else 3 feet behind me, so he could observe the reactions of all the people down at the Affiliate Summit. Kyle, could you speak for a moment on the types of reactions that people had?
It was kind of funny, I'm not going to lie to you. So I filled up a coffee and I was walking and I was catching up with Tillman, and as I'm catching up to him, I'm just kind of like looking around, like looking at the different booths, and I'm seeing everybody's faces, and Tillman's probably about 6-7 feet in front of me, and I'm seeing everybody's faces and they're like, what the hell was that? And like looking him up and down, and like, you know, and I see this one girl from one of the CPA network booths. She's like hitting her friend. She's like, that's the guy that I was talking about. And like literally, I saw that over and over and over and over again. So it was kind of a little funny social observation.
So the way that I keep my list so responsive is I pull this kind of stuff with them all the time. I started messing with people psychologically at a deep level when I was very young. And at first it was just because I was wicked geeky and very socially inept. And finally I got tired of people picking on me when I didn't want to be picked on. So instead I focused on psychologically disarming them so that I became in control of the situation. So in high school I would wear dresses to school, and I would have 3.5-foot tall mohawks, and I had all sorts of metal sticking through my face, and drove the splatter-painted car, and would do very unexpected things just to mess with people. Not in a malicious way, not in a negative way, just so that I could focus on directing the attention of people where I wanted to. And so I've been practicing this for a very, very long time. For those of you who have a little showman in you, a little Barnum perhaps, this is a great skill for you to develop, not only in person and through theatrics and performance, but in writing and in your copy and in your business. There are 2 simple rules of keeping your emails incredibly engaging and keeping your people completely focused on reading them. It's a 2-step system. Step 1, you've got to be the most interesting email in their inbox that day. Interesting is number 1. Top hat, kilt, Vibram 5 fingers, awesome mustache. Number 2 is you got to be the most relevant. So when you can't just be interesting and be a bunch of flash and not have anything useful to say. There were some enhanced women at the booths that had like the brain of a frickin' dog that had just slurped down way too much radiator fluid, and they were not relevant. They were interesting, right? But they were not relevant. It's not relevant to marketing. If we're here for a different reason, that's cool. But they were not relevant to my business. They were not relevant to marketing. So you have to have the knowledge, the expertise in your field to back up you being kind of a weirdo. You don't have to necessarily be super eccentric in the clothes that you put on, but you do have to be interesting and catch people's attention. So that's the 2-step system, Corey, keeping people engaged and keeping your list responsive. This is Tellman with Dear Tellman. Ask a video question, get a video answer, wear a kilt.
So what I got out of that was step 1, top hat, step 2, kill, step 3, shoes.
Bam! If I was a chick, it would be a whole nother level of interesting.